So exercise 10.1, the first question. How many tangents can a circle have? Suppose we draw a circle here, a circle. How many tangents you can draw to this circle? You can draw a tangent like this, like this, like this. How many you can draw?
Infinity.
Infinite. So you can draw infinite tangents can be drawn to a circle. So you can write the answer. Infinite tangents can be drawn to a circle. You can draw infinite number of tangents. The circle can have infinite number of tangents. Come to the second main, fill in the blanks. A tangent to a circle intersected in dash points. A tangent to a circle intersect the circle at how many points?
3 point.
So only 1 point. It intersects the circle at only 1 point. Now line intersecting a circle in 2 points is called a line which is intersecting a circle in 2 points. So intersecting a circle in 2 points. What is this called as? Secant. So you can write this answer as secant to that second question. And then third question, a circle. So here, a circle can have dash parallel tangents at the most. So now here is a circle. Now I am going to draw one line here. So to this line, how many tangents can be drawn parallel to this one? So they should be parallel to each other. This is one line. You can draw one more line like this. So only how many tangents can be drawn here? 2 tangents you can draw parallel. 2 tangents to a given line segment. But if you draw, you can draw another pair also. There are infinite number of parallel lines, parallel tangents can be drawn. But a given one line, one tangent, you can have only one tangent parallel to it. So that means 2 tangents can be parallel. Okay, at a time. So this is only 2. The question is not more clear. So if you can draw like this also, then another pair, you can draw like this also, there is one more pair. But for a given line, you can draw only one tangent parallel to this one. That means 2 lines can be parallel at a given point. So now, fourth one, the common point to a tangent to a circle and the circle is called. Here is a circle means, so a tangent, this is a common point to the tangent and also to the circle. What is this point is called as? What is this point is called as?
Point of contact.
Yes, your answer is point of contact. So this is the point which is common to the circle as well as to the tangent. Now come to the third question now. A tangent PQ at P of a circle of radius 5 cm meets a line through the center O at a point Q, so that OQ is equal to 12. So now a tangent PQ at a point P, you can draw a circle. A tangent PQ, this is a PQ at point P. Tangent PQ at point P of a circle of radius 5 cm. If you join this one, this will be 5 cm. Radius is 5 cm. Then makes a line, meets the line through the center O at a point Q, so that OQ is equal to 12 cm. This is center O, you can call this as OQ, which is equal to 12 cm. Now this is 5 cm and this is 12 cm. Find the length of PQ. What is this length? You have to calculate. So here, you know that tangent and radius, they are perpendicular to each other. Tangent and radius are perpendicular to each other. So in triangle OPQ, by Pythagoras theorem, you can apply OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square. OQ square, it is 12 square, OP square, 5 square, and you write this as x square. We want to find out. 144 25 x square. 144 minus 25 is equal to x square. So subtract this one, 14 minus 5, 9, 3 minus 2, 1, then 1 is equal to x square. So x is equal to root 119 centimeter. So that means option D is the solution. So this x is root 119 centimeter. You have to use the Pythagoras theorem here. So next question, we'll go to fourth question. Draw a circle and two lines. So you need to draw one circle and also you need to draw two lines parallel to a given line segment. I am going to write a line here which is given. This is a circle with the center O and this is a line given. To this line you need to draw two lines. How you have to draw? One is tangent and other one is secant. One is tangent means it should intersect the circle. So this one at one point. You can call this as PQ. So okay, PQ is a tangent at, you can call this as R. And also another one, a secant, it must be parallel to the given line. So this is parallel and again one more line you can draw like this. So you can call this as AB. AB is a secant intersecting the circle at 2 points. So both the lines are parallel to the given line L. So that's all. You can draw a circle of any radius and one tangent and one secant to the given line. Both are parallel to the given line. So this is the diagram you can draw to this question. So now after this, so let us go to another topic, number of tangents from a point on a circle. Number of tangents from a point. Suppose here is a circle, let us assume that here is a circle. How many tangents can be drawn to this circle from a given point? From a given point means I can take the point P inside. See now look at this, from point P, how many tangents can be drawn? You cannot draw any tangents to this circle from this point P. Whatever the line you draw, so it will intersect the circle at two distinct points through this point P. So that means if a point P lies inside the circle, you cannot draw any tangents. No tangents can be drawn here. In the first situation, you cannot draw any tangents. Now another case, if this point lies on the circle. Now look at this. This is a circle with the center O. Now I am going to take a point P on this. How many tangents can be drawn to this circle through the given point means you can draw only one. One tangent can be drawn through a point here. So if the point P lies on the circle, you can draw one tangent. Only one tangent can be drawn to the given circle. Okay. If a point P lies inside, P lies inside. So this is the situation. When P lies on the circle, if P lies on the circle, you can draw only one tangent. So suppose if a point P lies outside the circle, you can draw a circle now. I am going to take a point P outside the circle, third situation. How many tangents you can draw from P? So this is one, then this is another one. So you can draw only two tangents from the external point. So now if the point P lies outside, P lies outside the circle, you can draw two tangents. You can draw exactly two tangents can be drawn. Two tangents can be drawn. So there are three situations. When point P lies inside the circle, you can draw no tangents because everything will become secant only. It will intersect the circle at 2 points. If a point P lies on the circle, you can draw only one tangent through the point given. Now the third situation, if the point P lies outside the circle, you can draw exactly two tangents through this point P. So these are the three situations we come across here. Now with related to this third situation, we have one important property. What is that property? You look at this one. The length of the tangent, length of the segment of the tangent. Suppose if this is a a tangent line. You can extend to infinite length. This is the tangent line. The length of the segment, see the length of the segment of the tangent from P, what is that length range? It is the length from the external point P and to the point of contact, this is the point of contact. This length, we call it as length of tangent. So we denote it as length of tangent. So here PT1 is the length of the tangent drawn like this. You will not consider this length, this side and this side. Only from the external point to the point of contact. This is point of contact and this is external point. In the other one also, we have another one. So you can draw one tangent like this. This is point T2 and this is the external point. What is the length of the tangent means? If I ask what is the length of the tangent from P to this one, so you have this much only. This is the length of the tangent. PT2 is the length of the tangent. Even this tangent can be extended to infinity, but this line segment from the point we have taken and the point of contact, so called as length of tangent. So this is length of tangent and this is length of the tangent. Okay, so what is length of tangent means? It is the line segment from the external point to the point of contact. So that is called as length of the tangent. Whenever we ask what is the length of the tangent drawn from external point means you have to tell only this much length. P T1 or P T2. So with related to these two, we have one important theorem. The tangent drawn from the external point, this is an external point, lies outside the circle. So if you compare the lengths, you will find they are always equal. We have an activity, you can perform that activity. Draw any circle and two tangents from an external point, then you will find always PT1 is equal to PT2. PT1 will be equal to PT2. You can verify by doing an activity also. So with related to this, we have a theorem. So the statement is like this: the lengths of the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are always equal. So let us prove this theorem systematically. For this, we need to draw a circle. So here is a circle with the center O, and let us take an external point P outside the circle, external point. Okay, so then we need to show that these tangents drawn from the external point, from P to this circle, how many tangents can be drawn? You can draw two tangents. One is this one, another one is this one. You can draw exactly two tangents from an external point. You can call this as PQ and PR, are the two tangents to this circle. What we have to prove here, we have to prove that they are equal. I have to show that PQ is equal to PR. So let us write what is given. So let us write PQ and PR. You can write PQ and PR are two tangents drawn from an external point P to the circle with the center O. See, we have written everything here. These are the two tangents. PQ and PR are the two tangents drawn from this external point to this circle. What is the circle? It is a circle with the center O. So we have drawn two tangents to this circle. So whatever that is given with reference to this statement and the diagram, I have written this given. Two tangents PQ and PR drawn from the external point P to where we have drawn? To the circle with center O. So you need to prove, what we have to prove here? We have to prove that these two tangents are equal in length. So I have to show that PQ is equal to PR. So length of these tangents, I have to show that they are equal. So I want to show that these two line segments are equal. P to Q, P to R, both are equal. For this we need some construction. So you can do some construction. What is the construction you see now? So now I am going to join the line segments like this. So I am going to join the point of contact and the center, both the point of contact and the center OQ and OR, and join OP also. So what we have done here, so we have join OP, OQ and OR. So we have joined OP, OQ and OR. So now let us go to the proof now. So in the proof, let us consider the triangles here. Consider triangle OPQ and OPR. So in triangle OPQ and in triangle OPR. So in these two triangles, identify the things which are equal. Show that they are congruent. Now you have to show that these two triangles are congruent. In triangle OPQ, this triangle, and in OPR, what are the things which are equal? You have to show that. First one, I can write the radius of a circle are equal. I will write that OQ is equal to OR because both are equal to radius. So the reason also we will give OQ is equal to OR. Then another thing, look at this OP is a common side to this triangle as well as to this triangle. So let us write OP is equal to OP. It's a common side. Now one more point you have to show that one. What you can show? See, we have already shown this side is equal to this side and this is equal to this one. One more thing you have to show that is to show that they are congruent. Tell me what you can show here. Use that previous theorem. This is radius drawn through the point of contact. It is a tangent. Tangent and radius must be perpendicular. Here also this is radius drawn through the point of contact and this is a tangent. Tangent and the radius drawn through the point of contact, they must be perpendicular. I can write OQR, angle OQR is equal to angle OQP. I can write angle OQP is equal to OQP is equal to ORP. So you can write it is ORP, both are equal. OQP and ORP both are equal to 90 degree. This is theorem 10.1. Radius and tangent, they are perpendicular. Radius drawn through the point of contact is always perpendicular to the tangent. Now this is a right angle and hypotenuse and a side. Right angle, hypotenuse, side. By RHS congruency, I can write both the triangles are congruent. By RHS congruency, so triangle, which are the triangles? I can write OPQ is equal to OPR. OPQ is congruent to triangle OPR. So we proved that two triangles are congruent. Once the triangles are proved congruent, then you can write all the corresponding parts are equal. So these two triangles are congruent means, so look at this, these two are CPCT, corresponding parts are congruent triangles. Therefore I can write PQ is equal to PR. We can write PQ is equal to PR. So therefore here you can write PQ is equal to PR. So this is CPCT. So we proved that tangents drawn from an external point to a circle, tangents drawn from an external point P to the circle are equal. We have proved here PQ is equal to PR. Not only that, since these two triangles are congruent, these two angles also will be equal. You can write these two angles are equal. Okay. So therefore you can call OP is the bisector of this angle formed between the tangents. OP is the bisector of the angle formed between the tangents. Okay. So you can write these two angles are equal and also you can write these two angles are also equal. So you can write these two angles at the center. Angle at the center will be bisected by this line segment OP. You can write these two angles equal as well as these two angles also equal. So these are the properties you can use. Question now here is a question. Prove that in a two concentric circle. What do you mean by concentric circles?
Circle having the same radius.
Same radii.
Center.
Same center.
Same center.
Circles having same center but different radii. This is a circle with center O and this is also a circle with center O. They are called as concentric circles. And a chord of larger circle. Now AB is the chord of this larger circle which touches the smaller circle. This is a smaller circle touching at the point P. Is bisected at the point of contact. So this is the point of contact with this circle. Now AB is a tangent to this smaller circle and P is the point of contact. Now this AB is bisected at P. That means AB is equal to PB. You have to prove that. So what is given? So let us write C1 and C2 are two concentric circles. So you can write two concentric circles and AB is chord of larger circle and OP is the radius through point of contact. Through point of contact. Okay, so that means it is understood this is perpendicular through the point of contact. We need to prove. So we need to prove. What is that we have to prove? I have to show that this P bisects AB. So that chord is bisected at the point of contact. Point of contact is P. That means AP is equal to PB. I have to prove that AP is equal to PB. So now let us go to the proof. So in two different ways you can prove this one. You can join OA and OB, show that they are congruent. Show that they are congruent, then you can write AP is equal to PB. Okay. So or in a simple sentences you can write OP is the radius drawn through the point of contact and AB is the chord of this larger circle. You can write this OP is perpendicular to AB first. So OP is the radius through the point of contact. Through the point of contact P. So therefore I can write angle that is OP is perpendicular to AB. So this is one important relation required. OP is perpendicular to AB. So now AB is the chord of larger circle and OP is perpendicular to AB. OP is the chord of larger circle. A line drawn from the center perpendicular to the chord bisects the chord. You know that line drawn from center perpendicular to chord bisects the chord. So that means I can write AP is equal to PB. So this is one method you can do. This is one method you can write. So first you show that OP is perpendicular to AB. How you can show that OP is perpendicular to AB? Because OP is the radius drawn through the point of contact. That is first property. And come to the second circle now. AB is the chord and this is a line drawn perpendicular to the chord. So line drawn from the center perpendicular to the chord always bisects it. That you know that property. That is another way. That is second point. By these two you can write that this AB is equal to PB. The second method, join OB, join OA. So look at this, join OB and OA. In triangle OPA and OPB, these two angles are 90 degree. Okay, and this is the radius of the larger circle, and this is the common side. By RHS, the triangles are congruent, therefore you can write AP is equal to PB. That is the second proof. Show these two triangles are congruent and write AP is equal to PB. Very simple.
Sir.
Two tangents TP and TQ are drawn to a circle. So this is one tangent TP, another one is TQ. These are the two tangents drawn from the external point T. Okay, to a circle with the center O from the external point T. Prove that PTQ, this angle. So this angle PTQ is equal to 2 times OPQ. So I have to show that these two angles, the relation between OPQ and PTQ. I want to show the relation between OPQ and PTQ. It is 2 times OPQ. PTQ, this angle is 2 times this one. So it is related to the angles now. So what we do, we will consider the angle at the point T is equal to theta. Let angle PTQ is equal to theta, or you can take even x. This angle is theta now. Okay. Now you have that angle OPT is equal to 90 degree, because this is the radius through the point of contact. TP is a tangent, P is the point of contact, OP is the radius, therefore this angle must be 90 degree. Angle OPT, the total angle is 90 degree. Now express this angle in terms of theta. You have already studied in triangle PTQ. In triangle PTQ, I can write these two sides are equal. PT is equal to PQ. PT is equal to PQ. Therefore, these two angles must be equal. Angle TPQ is equal to TQP. Angle TPQ is equal to angle TQP. Both are equal now. Now you tell me what is the measurement of this each angle. Angles property use this Angles property. So TPQ plus TQP plus PTQ. All these three angles measures 180 degree. Look at this. Sum of three angles. This angle, this angle, this angle. TPQ this angle. TQP this angle. PTQ this angle. All the three measures 180 degree now. Now I have taken PTQ is equal to theta. This is theta. Okay. Now TPQ and TQP are same. You write TPQ. Okay. Plus I will write same thing, TPQ only. Both are equal. TPQ plus theta is equal to 180 degree. So 2 times TPQ is equal to 180 minus theta. Transfer theta to the right side. So you are getting TPQ. Is equal to 180 minus theta divided by 2. Split this one, 90 minus theta by 2. So this is the measurement of this angle. So 90 minus theta by 2. Okay. Now let us find out this angle OPQ in terms of theta. So in diagram, you can see that in figure. Look at the diagram. I want this angle OPQ. OPQ is equal to, what is the measurement of this angle? Total angle is 90 degree. 90 degree minus TPQ. So 90 degree minus angle TPQ. See, look at this. This small angle can be identified subtracting this angle from this total angle. Total angle is 90 degree and this angle you calculated. Subtract this from the total angle, then you will get angle OPQ. So I am finding OPQ is equal to 90 minus, what do you find out? TPQ is equal to 90 minus theta by 2. 90 minus theta by 2. So simplify this, 90 minus 90 plus theta by 2. So these two cancels, so that is theta by 2. So OPQ is equal to theta by 2. This is the relation you are getting. Now what is theta? It is nothing but PTQ. So theta is nothing but PTQ. So OPQ is equal to PTQ by 2. Okay. So now you transfer to the left side. 2 times OPQ is equal to PTQ. So this is what I wanted now. So 2 times OPQ is equal to PTQ. Is it clear? So once again listen here, how we found out? We have taken this angle as theta. Since these two are equal, so then you can find out this angle and this angle by subtracting from 180 degree. Angle sum property, use the angle sum property, sum of these three angles 180 degree. So if you substitute the values, so these two angles are equal because it's an isosceles triangle. TPQ plus TQ, PTQ 180 degree, this is theta we have taken, and both the angles are equal, therefore TPQ plus theta is equal to 180 degree. So TPQ will become 180 minus theta and then divided by 2. If you simplify 90 minus theta by 2, this angle we are getting 90 minus theta by 2. And this total angle is 90 degree. From 90 degree, if you subtract this small angle, you will get this angle OPQ. So that is what we have done. So from 90 degree, if you subtract TPQ, you will get angle OPQ, that is theta by 2. But theta is nothing but angle PTQ. So if we substitute in place of theta, PTQ. So OPQ is equal to PTQ by 2. Transfer 2 to the left side, then this is the required relation.